Hello friends, happy Sunday to you. It is February 23rd. We're just cruising right along. How are you doing? I am Jen with Jen's Creative Stampers, and I am coming to you live from Indian Trail, North Carolina. I come live every Sunday at or around, depending on technology, 7 o'clock Eastern Time. And so I'm hoping that everything goes well tonight for our live. I am live streaming on both YouTube and on Facebook, and actually I'm on TikTok as well. And I'm so thrilled for you guys to be here with me. I know there's several people online. Say hello, put a comment out there, give me a thumbs up, give me some hearts, give me some love. I have a lot of fun things to share with you guys. And in fact, tonight's live is completely different than I've ever done before. So I'm excited to bring you some new things and some new ways of crafting and creating. And I'm always trying to keep it fresh and new for you. So let me know if you are watching in the comments. And I'm just going to let this kind of pull into people's feeds. I'm going to put this down a little bit so you guys can see me better. Hope you're having a good Sunday. So, let me see. Can you guys see me even? I don't know that it is working. Yes, maybe it is. Okay. All right. So comments are starting to come in. Hi, Cassie. Good to see you. I don't know why this is not working right. So I thought last Thursday I was going to get Google Fiber installed, and it snowed. Of course it snowed. And the guy did not even call me to say boo, hello, goodbye, I'm going home. He just left. So he just left, went home. So, like 4:30, I called the place and I'm like, is my guy coming to hook this Google Fiber up? And they're like, oh, yeah, no, he's not coming. It's snowing outside. And I'm like, yes, I see that. But anyway, so we're rescheduled for this Thursday. So I'm really hoping this live stream works out well for me. Y'all know I always typically have issues with that because it buffers. And so hopefully it hangs with me tonight. So welcome, welcome. If it's your first time, let me know that in the comments. I would love to welcome you personally. Couple of things. So I posted out on Facebook that, hello, Melanie. Great to see you. Oh, it was nice and hot in Arizona. That is nice. It was a little chilly here in Charlotte. It's good to know it's warm somewhere, right? Welcome to you. So I posted out on Facebook that Facebook has now changed how they are handling and really they're not keeping any live content on their platform longer than 30 days from the date of which it was aired live, okay? So I'm still going to continue to broadcast my lives on Facebook. However, my repository where everything's going to be kept and held and stay here forever is on YouTube. So make sure that you look me up on YouTube, Jen's Creative Stampers, like, follow, and hit the bell for notification. What that does, it allows you to follow me, and the notifications will actually come to your inbox, pop up when I go live, and you can see all my new content. Of course, that's every Sunday, and then all the ones in between as well. Yes, Melanie, I will be at On Stage. Yes, of course I'm coming. Look me up. I would love to meet you in person. We're all so excited, aren't we? I love On Stage and all of Stampin' Up events. They're so fun. So make sure that you do that over on YouTube so you don't miss anything. I go ahead and show a lot of content on social media. And then you also want to make sure that you are subscribed to my email list because that's where I first announce all of my events. And so that is key as well. Okay? Now I'm not going to sell your information. I'm not going to kill you with overload of emails. I'm just sharing with you what I am doing and what I have coming up. So, hi Ginger, good to see you. Thanks for joining. So, couple of things that I have. Number one, you are going to see it in my emails probably tomorrow morning. Or tomorrow at some point. I have found an amazing cookie decorator, a baker. She's incredible. I just love her. She's been so fun to get to know, and we have been collaborating on things that we can do for you guys, but we are bringing something very special to you. We are doing a cookies, cards, and coffee class. We're offering it in person and to go. So this is a big deal, right? You're going to be able to get it to go as well. If you can't join us in person, we are going to actually do a live stream where you can interact with us. It's going to be real time, and it's also going to be recorded. So if you can't make that date and that time, you're not going to miss out. So it's going to be really amazing. Watch for the email coming out. Sign up because everything is limited. The kits are limited. She can only do so many. I can only do so many, but you're going to get 2 exclusive kits, you guys. This is such a bargain, such a value for you. 2 amazing exclusive kits. And the actual event day is March 22nd. It's 12:30 to 2:30. In person at Indian Trail. All the details will be there in the registration link. You just click on the link. You can read everything. And the class is $44 in person, and to go is $60. Unfortunately, there is shipping, and we want to make sure that it gets to you quickly and not broken. So we are taking the extra precaution to make sure that you get everything safe and sound and in a timely manner. So hi Lynn, hi Amy, good to see you guys. Thanks for joining. And then also something else that is coming out only on, well, we're airing it on YouTube, but it is going to be a super fun competition. It's a challenge. I love a challenge, and some of my demonstrator friends from across the country, we have gotten together and we're collaborating, and we are going to bring you a weekly challenge starting on March 6th. And what it is, we have a theme that we are doing. We're all going to be virtual. You're going to follow my page on YouTube and the other 2 on YouTube, and you're going to watch the videos. They're very short videos of each of our projects each week, and you get to vote. You get to tell us which one you like the best. Could be for whatever reason, but we are going to go head to head every single Thursday starting on March the 6th, and I'm so excited about it. Every week we're going to have a different challenge, so it's going to be changing up everything, and you're going to see a ton of different projects, different ideas, lots and lots of tips for you guys to keep you inspired, and I really hope that you enjoy that. So make sure you are following me and hit that bell for notification because it's going to be awesome. I'm so excited. Okay, I think I got everything. I went ahead and shipped out all of my orders for the free class on March the 1st. The special that I have going is for all customers January and February who do 120 or more in orders for Sale-a-Bration. You're getting a free card class from me, and I can now disclose you also get a free stamp set from me. So I'm super excited to offer that to you. Again, we're going to be doing that virtually. You're going to get an email from me probably Tuesday or Wednesday. But mark it on your calendar if you can't make the day and time. Again, it's all recorded. You'll have access. It's a private link, so not everybody gets that. Only you who qualifies. So it's my way of saying thank you. Thank you for being my customer, my valued and loyal customers. So I really appreciate all of you. Alrighty. So are we ready? I think we're ready. There may be one thing. Let's see here. Let me get, you guys ever get behind and have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kits stacked up ready to like create and craft with? That's me. So I have a very different project to bring to you tonight. First of all, you guys all love Stampin' Up. I know you do. We love it because the coordination, the colors, the content that they provide to us, how they coordinate all of our kits, and just crafting projects in general. So I'm a big proponent of our paper pumpkin kit. Our paper pumpkin kit comes to you in the mail. It looks like this. Some months it's a fancy box, but you'll always get a fun little box in the mail. It's $25. That includes shipping. When you open it up, let me see if I can turn this down so you can see it better. Is that better? Yeah. So you open it up and it's all wrapped in tissue paper. You get a stamp set in there. You get an ink spot in there. And then you can unwrap this. And again, this makes an amazing gift. But you unwrap it and it has everything you need to create all of your projects every month. Now, something you may not know is that these projects are always typically designed to be completed within 1 hour. So that is great. It's great for you to do with your grandkids. It's great for you to do with your school-age kids. It's great to do for yourself, right? And just actually chill, relax, and just enjoy a crafting experience that you didn't have to create. Everything's cut for you. The die cuts are amazing. Everything's coordinated. With this amazing stamp spot, you can actually reuse it over and over and over. And in fact, a lot of my new customers actually get these, and they will go ahead and use this as their ink spots or their ink pads when they get started. And it's a low-cost way to get started. So I always really promote our paper pumpkin kits, not to mention how awesome they are. Okay? So we're going to be using this kit. This is the one that just came. It's the February kit. It's called Hello Spring. Now, I'm going to point you down. And let's see. Oh, yep, looks like we're good. You guys can still hear me. Okay. Yes, Ginger, they are so fun. So this is the Hello Spring kit. And this is I usually get 2. Excuse me. Sometimes I get more than that. This month I only got 2. But it comes completely wrapped with everything that you need. And it looks something like this. When you unpack it, you've got all your envelopes. They're always beautiful, coordinated. And this is a regular size envelope. This is in basic beige. But look at the fun lining on there. Isn't that so awesome? So you get all of your elements as well. Then everything's, like I said, all die cut for you. It's really pretty. It's color coordinated. We love it. And then here's some labels for this month. They're all different. They're always different. And here's some card bases. So this is a Lost Lagoon and I think maybe Pool Party. And then you can see like I am doing something a little different. And these have like bronze. It's like, can you see? Yeah, you can see the fleck there. It's really pretty. So tonight I'm doing something a little bit different. And that is I am creating an alternative card class for you from this kit. Now there are some people who do this every single month. I sometimes will do it, but I've never done it on a live and I've never shown you guys. So I'm excited to show you. However, you can make your projects exactly like the instructions show you. If you've never gotten the paper pumpkin kit, it literally takes you step by step. This is project 1. Take the block, the ink spot, ink it, put it on your paper. Step number 2, 3, 4, that's card 1. And then number 2, the second one, there it is, number 3. And so even it has a measure, a ruler along the side here, and that is to go ahead and measure your linen thread with this kit. So it'll tell you how much to measure out, and then you cut it. It's really awesome. You also get your dots for your glue dots. Those come with every kit. And then if you need anything extra, like this one came with, I don't even know where the actual adhesive pack is because I pulled it out. Here's the dimensionals. Look how many dimensionals you get this month. Isn't this crazy? I love these so much. So, but if you have, like I said, if you have the full size, I tend to pull my full size out. So we're going to go ahead and use this kit tonight. Now, if you're not yet a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, that's okay. You can subscribe with the link that's in this post. You can actually subscribe under Jen's Creative Stampers. It's right on my website or using the link there in the post. But you can subscribe, and every month it'll just renew at $25. You can pause it, you can cancel it, you can restart it 100 times, right? There's no strings attached. It's amazing. You can always increase the number of kits that you get. You can always roll them back. But it's really easy to use, and it's all on my website, so you can access that. There's also another feature I wanted to show you before we do get started. And also in your kit, you're always going to get one of these little paper fold over things that actually shows you exactly what your stamp set is. And that way it doesn't come in a case. It comes in, it's always the photopolymer. But you know exactly which stamps go with that. Okay. So, and it has a name, it's called Hello Spring. So you can keep it in that. But again, back to the coordination. This kit coordinates with Grow with Love. And it is a beautiful stamp set. It is a red cling rubber. And I actually am going to demonstrate how to put these on because I've had customers. In fact, hopefully Allison is watching this on the live or on the replay. But I want to show you guys how to go ahead and mount your stamps correctly and the easiest way that I know. So we're going to go ahead and do that real quick just to show you one. But look at these amazing dies. So this is a coordinating bundle, and I put the item number out there. I think it's 5650. But you get this awesome die to create this really cool like seed pouch. And then these circle die cuts to go ahead and wrap the like string, the linen thread around it. And it cuts out all of these all of these stamps. And then you have a couple of tags too. It's really an amazing, amazing kit. So we're going to use that. And then I'm also kind of cheating. This is a brand new online exclusive that's coming live on March the 6th. Okay. This is called Fancy Borders, and I love it. It is a photopolymer stamp set. Look at these amazing dies. You guys, don't walk, run and get these when it comes available on my store on March the 6th. It is incredible. We're going to use this for one card, I think. But my team and I are actually doing a swap, and this is my bundle that I'm focused on, so I'm excited. I haven't actually created them yet, y'all, but I'm going to get to them. But the fancy die cuts here on the edges of the cards and things are just make it really special and very fun, and you can see some of those stamps as well and the really awesome sentiment. So we're going to use that, I think, on one card. So without further ado, are y'all ready? Can I see some thumbs up that you guys are ready to move on and see what we're going to create tonight? I'm excited to show it to you. These are our inks that we're going to use. Lost Lagoon, Lemon Lime Twist, Mossy Meadow, Petunia Pop, and Old Olive. And again, the one that came in your kit is a Petunia Pop, but these are all the coordinating colors. So here we go. And I guess we'll be using that new stamp set with this kit, or with this first card. So I'm just going to leave this over here. I was going to try and move it over, but I'm just going to leave it over there. So the first card that we're going to create is this one. Again, it features those awesome herbs, and I stamped this in the background, and I used this awesome, can you guys see the edge on that? So, and then I just have this kind of peeking out down here for the sentiment. Super, super easy. I'm also using the antique pearls tonight, which are these beautiful, oh good Cassie, that's awesome. Using these beautiful, they're kind of pearlesque kind of dots, but I love those. There weren't any embellishments that came in this kit. So anyway, it's okay. we're going to create our own. And this is a Petunia Pop ribbon. So your class tonight, I always give a free class every Sunday. Your class will be free as well, but you will need the paper pumpkin kit, at least the refill. If you go ahead and sign up for paper pumpkin tonight, you can go out on my website then and order as part of your $45 order to get it for free sent to you. You can order this refill. So you have to be a subscriber in order to get the refill, but it's going to be all the elements that I'm using. I think it's only like $15, you guys. It is such a bargain. The only thing you will not get is the ink spot, and you will not get the stamp set. Those are the only two things. But if you end up getting the coordinating bundle, the Grow with Love, you have a match made in heaven. You are good to go, and I would highly recommend that. So it's not lost. You can still get it, and I'll send you all the card elements for free. I just can't send you the paper pumpkin stuff because you have to be a subscriber. Okay. So what I did, I took out the one of the card bases here. I love this blue. And I actually cut it in, so I cut the front off, right? And then I cut this in like 2-inch, let me make sure so you have it. I have it at, 2 inches by 4 1/4. And what I'm doing is, again, I am creating that border to go ahead and kind of hang off. And I'm going to use that fancy borders that I showed you earlier. So in order to do this card, we are going to score our card base in Lost Lagoon in half at 5 1/2. Okay. And then we are going to cut off. Let me see how much I cut off so you have it. You just replay this video when you get your kit. Let's see here. I cut off, I think it was 1 1/4 inches. So let's just cut that off of the front here. There we go. Okay. So you've got that off of your front of your card. Let me just do an eyeball here. Yep, that was it. 1 1/4 is what you're going to cut off the front of your Lost Lagoon. Okay. And then you want to burnish it really well. You've got this 2-inch piece, and literally it's just going to lay underneath here. Okay. But we have to cut it with the dies that come with this fancy border. And I used this beautiful one. You can use whatever you want. You get the bundle and it's all yours. So this is a very fancy, you can see it in the in my card here, but on the dies you can see Stampin' Up's logo and the item number of the dies. You always want to look at that, make sure it's fake, and then you want to just get it even between on these two sides here so that you can match it on here. So I ran this through. Let me just bring it over because I think it's just easier. Let me just do that. Give me a second. Clear the way. Okay, 1 minute. Okay. So here we go, y'all. Let me get this other thing here. This is a very, very beat up cutting plate. We're going to go with it. All right, so here we go. Okay, so like I said, you are going to line up. So you want to get your card like this, and you have your die. And you want to make sure, because it's a tight fit as well, you want to make sure that you get it left and right centered on both pieces so that, and I just do them one at a time. Just make it easy. Lay it down. Hold it with my top plate. Okay, and I made sure that it's going to clear both of these sides of my Stampin' Cut and Boss machine. Oh, I haven't, Cassie. I will. I definitely will. Thanks for the reminder. All right, so it may sound like it gets a chunk, but that's okay. It's just going through. It's because we have it straight, and this is what it looks like. Can you guys see it? Isn't that pretty? So that's what it creates. All right, and then you can just throw that piece away. We're going to do the exact same thing. Put it back through so you can see. Again, Stampin' Up, I can read it, I can see it, and I'm just going to go right to the edge, lay my die down. I'm just showing you how to line it up so that it looks like it's all coordinated on your card. It's very easy to do, but you just want to make sure you get it even and that it doesn't get bent going through your machine here. I probably should use some Post-it note tape or something, but I'm just going to risk it. All right, put that through. Can chunk again. We're all good. All right, and there we have that piece as well. Okay, so let's take this bad boy and get him out of the way. We're done with this for a little while. Okay, now let's bring our card back, and it's so pretty. I love, love, love this. Now you can make it as big as you want. You can make it real small. Can you see what I did? I didn't cut nearly as much off on this one as I did on this one. So actually, if you want a smaller border here, cut off maybe 3/4 of an inch over here, or maybe an inch. Okay, just play with it. You see, this is 1.25 inches. This is probably, I thought this was 1.25 inches, but it's probably more like 1 inch. And then when you cut that border off, then it actually makes it a little bit shorter, but so pretty, right? All right, let me get some basic white, and I want to cut the inside of our card. It's just a standard 4 by 5 1/4. This will come in your kit, because we're going to get this glued down first. So I'm just going to put glue right here on the edge. Kind of swirl it on because I want to lay it down to see. I know I need a sentiment down here. I'm just trying to see how that's pretty. You know, it'd be really pretty is to do a sentiment here and a sentiment of some sort here. That would be awesome. See how we just change it each time we do it? That's what I love about creating. You don't have to follow a set rule. Even when you do my classes, you are free to change it up, and I love to see what you create. Be creative and enjoy that. Okay. So there we have that, okay? So now, what we're going to do is I'm going to pull back my paper pumpkin stamp set, and on my originals, did this one. Thanks for helping me grow. You know, there's so many things that you can do. Maybe I just keep it simple. I'm going to do sending love, I think, on this one. I am going to use the Petunia Pop on my ink because I love Petunia Pop. It's our In Colors, one of our new In Colors. And speaking of, we're going to be seeing some brand new In Colors in a few weeks. For those of us going to Onstage, they're going to be announcing 5 new colors for the next 2 years, and then 2 years ago's colors are going to retire. I'm actually not too sad. Are y'all? I'm actually kind of excited to see. I know that Strawberry Slush has come back, and that's going to be a beautiful color with our In Colors that we have now. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my Grow with Love. Now, this is a really cool, we used to do this a lot back in the day, like 20 years ago. We did this a ton. let's see, which one did I do? I grabbed, let me show you. I grabbed from the kit one of these sheets here. Okay. And you've got these that are all die cuts, and then you've got these. Well, this is a mint plant, and it has some Lost Lagoon in it, and it also has some, I think that's Old Olive. So we're gonna get the same inks, right? Of course we are. So we're gonna grab those, and we are going to also grab the mint. Let's go ahead and show you how to do this block, or to do the mounting of the mint. So I went ahead and took off, this is the mint. I can see right here it's mint backwards. I took off the paper, you peel it off, you can throw that away. Hi Carol, good to see you. Okay, so I went ahead and peeled this off, and you just throw that away. Then what you do is you find the coordinating, you can see it this way in the front where you can actually read it. The coordinating sticker is mint here. Now it's always typically in 2 or 3 pieces. So you're peeling off the back of the sticker, okay? This is the part that's going to adhere to this part of your stamp set. So it's super, super sticky. So you take that off, and then you throw this part away, okay? You know what? I just screwed that up. That's not what you do. Yeah, I just screwed that up. Let me time out. Let me just mount this the old-fashioned way, and then I'll do the other one to show you. So you can do it like that and actually get it in there, and you can see that it's sticky on this side. You can do it like that. That's a fine way to do it. However, I really wanted to show you another way. So let me take this. This is the basil. I'm going to find the sticker, and you're actually going to take it off of the sticker sheet totally, okay? So you're going to take it off like this. So you've got the backing on there, and it's super sticky. That's going to go towards the stamp, okay? And you just stick it to your block, just like that. So you can see how it's going to be lined up, and you can see it's right side up because it goes along with your stamp, okay? And so from that point, you just literally take that those 2 pieces or 3 pieces, however it's partitioned, and you take that off of the block or off of your sticker, and now it becomes transparent, right? So now you've got this, you can see it like that. Bring that light up. So you can see it now. There you go. So you can see it, and you're just literally going to align it here through your block right onto your stamp set, and just give it some pressure, and then literally you're just going to peel it off of your block, and you've got it perfectly aligned. There's no part that's hanging off or jagged or anything like that. It's a really, really easy way to mount your stamps, okay? So just wanted to show you that. So you saw both ways, actually. You saw how you can take it off and you can lay it down in the sticker sheet. It works fine like that. Or you can go ahead and do it using your block. So, okay. So that I wanted to show you. I know Allison had asked me about that, and I wanted to do that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take, our Old Olive, and we're going to take our Lost Lagoon, okay? We are going to take our Old Olive, and we are going to stamp our stamp in the Old Olive, okay? Now what we're going to do is turn it upside down, and we're going to take a sponge dauber. You guys remember these? take a sponge dauber, not too much ink, but a little bit, just get enough on there. And then you're going to kind of go in between the stem, and I also like to do it on the mint. And what you're doing, I'm going to huff it, keep it good and moist. Now this can be really bold because the other one I did, oh, that's pretty, so pretty. I don't know if you can see the variation in color. It's not as vivid of a difference as you would do with the lemon lime twist. The other thing we can do to kind of give it some more texture is to, this is called like sponging, right? You just re-ink it. I'm going to stamp off, grab my sponge dauber, go down in here in the center, huff it some more. I'm just going to kind of come in the side this time. That is gorgeous. Can you guys see that? So again, and I'm gonna wash it off before, in between the stamps that I do. Let's stamp off. It's called second generation now, right? I used to call it stamp off. I like saying it what it is, right? You're stamping off. All right. And now we're going to go back over. Let's go over here. Come up there on the side. That is just gorgeous. I'm going to clean my stamp again. Go back in Old Olive. Stamp off. Grab my sponge dauber. Kind of go up to the center where I want it to kind of be more Lost Lagoon-y. Is that a word? Not really, but I'm using it. I'm going to go right through the middle. And then I'm going to do one more off to the side up there. So ink it up real good. Stamp off. And you want to be careful. You can see where I kind of got around. It would create like that halo effect. Can you see, like kind of right here? You don't want that on your paper. That would be horrific. Give it a huff. Huffing, what it does, it's not a weird term, but it just is what we do to keep it moist and supple. So we just created a little background, and that's actually going to match our image that we're going to put on the center of this card. Okay, so cap these back up, and we're also going to grab one of these amazing, let's see what we've got. There's these tags, or they're labels, they're not tags, labels, and they've got really pretty bronze foil edging on them, and they're just so pretty, so pretty. So I'm just going to pull that off. I'm actually going to cover up the ugly one that I went down to like full force on. I'm going to cover him up because I think that's ugly. I like the other ones that are not as bold. Okay, so we can do that in stamping. There's no mistake, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and tie this off to the side. Do you guys like paper pumpkin? Thank you, Becky. Nice to see you. Becky, you're from Kentucky. Welcome. I don't think I've ever seen you on a live of mine. It's great to have you. And I love when you share. I love sharing all of our fun things that we do with our friends. And that also helps me to get the word out more. And I love that. So thank you. Okay, so the great thing about this is if you're not a great bow tire like me, you can actually move this around after you get it tied on, and then you can actually snip your tails and no one will ever know that it wasn't like that in the beginning to start with, right? So we are just going to tie that. That's still probably a little too long. cut that off a little bit more. And a little bit more on this side. Okay, and you can throw those away. All right, so we have our super awesome, I love that. That's our little like label. And we have this mint plant, which it's supposed to emulate that. It does, but it's on the Lost Lagoon, so it's a little bit muted, which is fine. I like that. It just adds to the detail of our card, right? And so I'm just going to put some dimensionals. I'm using some old dimensionals that I've had. I've got like, I swear, I think I maybe have 50 packs of dimensionals, and I'm not even joking. So I'm always running to and fro with different packs of dimensionals. Nobody can have too many. I'm just going to say it. So we're going to go ahead and add the dimensionals behind that image, and then we are going to glue it down and cover up that bold mint plant that we decided we didn't like. We changed our mind. It's okay to do that, right? Okay, so let's lay that down. I'm gonna raise that a little bit. If it peeks out a little bit, that's okay too. People can't see that we screwed that up. Okay. All right, so there we have it. And I'm thinking we need to do something else. Do you guys think we need a little something there? I don't know. What do you think? We need to do something? We could do a lot of things. Let's take a look. Oh, you know what else I forgot to tell you? Okay, so along with the awesome paper pumpkin kit, there's also these little $12 add-ons that will last you every 3 months. And, oh good, Carol, 16 cards. You're amazing. You are amazing. This is a great kit, by the way. It's amazing. So you can also get this $12 add-on die set. Again, you have to be a subscriber, but it goes with the January, the February, and the March kits. And next month, oh, don't let me, I would be remiss not to tell you. March is our 25th? Yeah, it's our 25th anniversary paper pumpkin. And every anniversary, every March, you get 2 stamp sets. You get a free stamp set over and above what I just showed you, right? And so it's going to include honeybees. You've got the honeycomb. And then these 2 go with this month's kit. This one went with last month's kit for January for Valentine's Day. So this is actually, I was creating and I was like, oh, dummy, this is for the chives because the chives is not in. The chives are not in this. I was like, well, where's the chives? Well, there isn't. It goes with the Spring is in the Air dies. So that's the chive. And then you get the die and the stamp. Where's the stamps? Stamp for the chive is right here. See? Look how smart they are. So it all coordinates together, but how fun is that? So don't forget that. The reason I was showing you that is because I was thinking, well, maybe I could go ahead and stamp one of those. There is a little cute little circle stamp and it says grow with love or grown with love. You're on my mind from the garden of, and then you can write in there for like your seed packets and stuff. Really, really cute. And then the stamp set on the paper pumpkin has the same circle for you. Wondering. Let's just do that. Let's do for you. Do you guys think that it needs more something to this? I think it does. So we're gonna go, here's for you. Now, when you get the photopolymer stamps, you wanna make sure that you are, I'm just cleaning it, just back and forth here. You wanna make sure that you're cleaning it really good and getting it to where that film, it completely gets off. Sometimes people rub it on their shirt or their pants. There's like a film on there and that gets it completely off so that you get a really nice, awesome image when you stamp down. Just the first couple of times. That's all you have to do. So let me get my Petunia Pop back out here. And we're gonna ink. This is a very juicy ink pad. And I'm just going to do for you, kind of offset it a little bit. And that is plenty of extra that I felt like it needed. Now we're going to actually add in our cute little, I love these, they're beautiful. They go with the storybook, or no, story time, whatever it's called. It's the little bunnies, really, really cute. So we're going to add 3 of these. They're called Antique Pearls. They're gorgeous. How about that? And so you're able to see the sentiment with it closed. Isn't that so pretty? Now I'm going to point something out to you. You guys know I kind of like to stick to the rules, but your eye sees balance in 3. So we've got 3 elements here. We've got 3 pearls. We've got 1, 2, 3 layers. And you kind of see, and even you can see 1, 2, 3 on all of this together. So even there's 3 here. This looks to me very, very balanced. So hopefully you guys like that card and you see the same thing, but isn't that gorgeous? I kind of like it better with this larger kind of part hanging down. So that is card number 1. I hope you like that. Let's see what I have in store for card number 2. And I hope you like it as well. It's using Bubble Bath. And this is a very simple card allowing the elements of the kit to do the work for us. It features the chives. And I mentioned that to you that it's in the Paper Pumpkin stamp set. Let's see, this one goes over here. The photopolymer is the stamp set that goes to the Paper Pumpkin. And the red cling rubber, that's how you're going to be able to keep it straight. The red cling rubber is the Grow with Love. Okay, so let's go ahead and create this card as well. This one is a standard 5.5 by 8.5. I'm going to score it at 4 1/4. There we go. And you're going to burnish that really well. Let me put this die away, that border die, because it will get lost. I know. I always put all of my dies on magnetic sheets. Like this, so that they all stay on there. I love them like this. It's a really hard board, but I haven't yet gotten that one on there yet. So, okay, so this one uses an element out of the dies here. This is actually kind of like the inside of the seed packet. It's like a little card that you will stamp. Let me show you. You stamp this. Then you die cut it, and then you can stamp one of these in here, or even the chives, right? And die cut that if you want, or you can just stamp it on there and leave it and cut it out. And then it goes inside your cute little seed packet here. So we just use this inside part. That's what I wanted to show you. This is such a versatile set. I love it. So I'm going to use that as kind of like a backdrop. And I'm also using, get all this out of the way. Do you guys get messy when you get crafting? I do all the time. So there's another sheet that comes in the kit. It looks like this. So you've got these green kind of diagonal things. We're going to punch one of those out. These are all laser die cut, so they just punch out really, really easy. And they're always very intricate too for that reason. So punch out the chive. Okay, so we have that. Now the chives, have you guys ever seen chives at the farmer's market? they actually have a really cool, kind of like a purpley pinky. It's like puffball. Well, you got a stamp for that. Okay. So you are going to take that little puffball and you are going to pull out your petunia pop, and you'll see it in here, and it's also on your stamp, that there's two stems that don't come to a point like a chive would, and that's where those little flower bulbs are. So you'll want to stamp it in your petunia pop and then literally go down on the paper, give it some time to transfer the ink. And I'm telling you, this is so stinking pretty. So to clean your stamp set off, and here's what you have. Isn't that beautiful? Look how that pops on the green. That's like lemon lime twist and a little bit of old olive. I'm telling you, it's so pretty. And then this part is actually off to the side, and then there's another one. It's with this bubble gum. I mean, not bubble gum, bubble bath. I always call this pink. Why? I don't know why I do that. I call it bubble gum, but it's bubble bath. It's okay. It's that purpley pink. And so you're going to pull out one of the circles for that. And then the stamp set from the paper pumpkin has Hello Spring, and I love that font. So just pull that off. Let's put this guy back on the sheet. This thing can get lost really easily, so be careful. And you're going to also get your petunia pop out, and you're going to stamp Hello Spring. Again, give it some time to transfer. Isn't that pretty? I know, this is Cassie's, one of her favorite colors. It's becoming one of mine too. I just love the greens and the pink together. So we have that. And then what I want to do is to take this piece, and in your kit you will have the tear-in tape as well. So you want to just grab that out, and then you've also got some linen thread. Again, I'm just using my full, look at how curly that is. So you take your fingernail and just run it down to make it straight again, okay? So you want to just cut some off, and it tells you in the instructions. But again, I'm not following instructions. I just created my own cards. Y'all can do that too. You can create my cards. You can create different cards. You can create the cards that it tells you how to do it. But I just wrap that around my hand, some of my maybe like 3 or 4 fingers, depending on how big you want it. And then I squeeze it in the middle. And then literally I'm just going to tear off some of this tear-in tape and hold it right there. Have it peeking out on both sides. There we go. Isn't that fun? Then you've got a fun little kind of sprigs kind of hanging out from behind there. So I think that's really pretty. I love that. You can mess with them, change them, move them around, whatever suits your fancy. Okay. And then what I did is took my Hello Spring, kind of put it right in on top of that. And I did this with just some liquid adhesive. So literally just, I'm building this tag here. You can see it's not even on the card yet. We've not even touched the card. So this is like so fun, right? You're making it, building it, getting all the fancy together. Now here's the thing. I didn't want to cover that up. And you can see the word chives there. I didn't want to cover it, but I love the greenery on that. So maybe I go ahead and pop this up this time on dimensionals. Let's do it. So I'm going to do a dimensional on this side, and I'm going to do a dimensional. Let's see, I'm going to do it in between. I don't want it on my linen thread. Let's see. And I don't want it on my tear-in tape, so to speak. Let's see. These kind of help hold everything together too. You guys know that. So fun, right? So I'm going to go ahead and just unstick this first one because I'm not ready to put it on the card yet. And that way I've got my label. Isn't that so fun and so pretty? Okay. So, looking back at my card, now I did this before I realized, hey, chives are in that stamp set. So maybe we do the chives. Let's switch it up a little bit. You guys want to? Let's go ahead and create our background similar to what we did on the other one. I think that's a really cool way to kind of create the different cards and images. So I'm bringing out two colors again. I am bringing out Lemon Lime Twist, which coordinates. You'll see in the instructions it all coordinates, and the Old Olive. And I'm going to bring in my stamp right here, the chive. That's not big enough. Let's get the D block, D like David. You can look on the side of your Stampin' Up. There's a circle with a letter. That's the D block, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and ink it up in Lemon Lime Twist. Now this is a brighter kind of green. And then I'm going to take another sponge dauber and I'm going to go in the Old Olive. And I'm just going to kind of hit the tops of all of these. I'm going to kind of give it some more. I've not tried this. Maybe I should stamp off first. Let's get a piece of scratch paper because we could screw this up like I did the other one. See if we, ooh, isn't that pretty? Do you guys like that? I kind of think that's cool. What we could also do is called a rock and roll technique. Do you guys remember that? So you do this and then you literally just kind of rock it and hit those high areas. It's even doing the chives too. And it looks like that. Nah, that's not. See the difference? It's not pretty. I want a more subtle look on this card. So that's not really what we're going for. So here we go. All right, I like that first one. So we're going to ink it up. In the Lemon Lime Twist, we're going to do a little bit of Old Olive there. We're just going to hit those high areas, those tops. I'm going to give it a huff, right? Kind of go at it at an angle. It's pretty. And I'm going to randomly stamp it. I'm cleaning my block really good. Okay. So there it is. Here's my Old Olive. Just hitting some of those high areas. You can add extra if you want. You can come down as far as you want too. All right, and I'm gonna huff it. Clean it. The reason I'm cleaning it is because the Old Olive is far too dark for this Lemon Lime Twist. You would actually ruin your ink pad. You would have to clean the ink pad. If you don't know how to do that, hit me up. I can tell you. Because we've all done it. Got 3 inks on your table and you're like, oh shoot, that was the wrong color. And it's always the lemon lolly that you kill, right? I don't know why it's not like something you're not really like, I don't know. We all do it. All right, Old Olive. Give it a huff. There we go. This is actually really pretty. It's kind of reminds me of like before we actually had Stampin' Blends, our alcohol markers, like this is all we had. This, and we didn't even have blender brushes. All we had were like sponges. This and sponges. Boy, we thought we were so cool. Oh, we thought we had it going on. I've actually looked back on some of my cards. Have you guys? Yes. Yes, Ginger. It's definitely like variegated. But yeah, like, have you looked back on some of your cards that you made like 20 years ago and you're like, whoa, look how far we've come. I showed some of my team members. I'm like, can you believe we thought this was like pretty? We thought this was amazing. We just tore the paper or something goofy, right? It's like, you can tear it this way and you can tear it this way and it looks totally different. It's like, okay, now we laugh at ourselves. It's funny. That's how we've grown, right? As a company and as stampers. So, okay, so I've got this here. I'm just going to do this. You may say, golly, that looks really ugly, really bad. But wait till you see that petunia pop come on the page. It's going to be like, that is so pretty. And it's kind of repetitive, but again, it's our background, right? So it's okay. So cap these up. And get our petunia pop out. And then we're going to stamp. I think it's that way. We're going to stamp both of these on the sides. Isn't that pretty? Tell me that's not gorge. That is so pretty. Now some of these are going to be covered up. It's okay. We want these all to stick out from behind our beautiful image that we just created. And the petunia pop and the bubble bath are very nice coordinating colors together. I have to be intentional when I say that word, that color. Bubble bath. There's that. And let's do these. And this one. And that one. Okay, so I think that's all of them. Clean that really well. And put it back on your sheet. Okay. Now we're ready to assemble this beautiful, beautiful card. And actually, I'm going to use this as the inside. I'm going to cut it off to size down to 5 1/4. Because it's our basic white, you cannot even see that I stamped on the other side. So isn't that awesome? So no waste here. We are just going to glue that down. Here we go. We could even stamp a chive in the middle. Like, how cool would that be? Okay. All right, so there's that. Now let's bring this in. And where's our little green label? Let's roll my sleeves up. Okay. So we're going to do this kind of right in the middle. Excuse me. And kind of have this a little bit offset a little bit there. Isn't that beautiful? I just love that. Okay, so we're going to glue this down. Again, this is an old olive. Excuse me. Woo. My system doesn't seem to be buffering, which is amazing. Yes, Ginger, we were stamping back in the dark ages, that's for sure. I got an iced mocha before I went live. My son wanted to go to the coffee drive-thru. A lot of his little friends that, they're not little. They're in high school. These kids are older. But they love Andrew so much. And they're like peer tutors in his classroom. And they come in and help our kids. There's 9 kids in my son's class. And everywhere we go, these kids just come out of the woodwork, excuse me, and they're just like fist bumping and seeing him everywhere he goes, everywhere we go. And we don't even know who they are. And they're like, hey, Andrew. And they're just like talking to him. And he just thinks it's the coolest thing. And they're like, oh, we love your son. And that just feels so good, you guys, like to know that these kids are watching out for our special needs kiddos. I just love it. And it's the whole community. So it's like restaurants, it's the coffee drive-through, it's here, it's there, it's everywhere. And we love it. This community is so amazing. One day I'm going to be doing a fundraiser to raise money and awareness for a lot of the organizations that I support, that I actually speak for, to advocate for other families and other parents, to teach them how to do what I feel like we've been able to do for our son. So that's really fun to be able to give back, right? I love to give back and love to support other families. So it's just great to see how these kids are kids, and just awesome. So we're going to add our beautiful bling here, our antique pearls, and you can't say that that is not a gorgeous card. Do you like that? Isn't that so pretty? I hope you guys like that. So here's the original one. Here's the one that we just did. Which one do you like, A or B? Which do you like better? I like B. I think that's really a good one. I like that. All right, so there's card number 2. Let's see what we have for card number 3. Yes, they do, Carol. They're so good. Here is card number 3. Now this one I put with this awesome envelope. Isn't that fun? I love that side kind of slide out. It's the same exact size. I actually thought this was like a mini slimline or something. It's not. It's a regular card, 5 1/4 by 4. No, 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. So let's go ahead and create this. So fun, so easy. So I used, again, that chive. Let me bring that chive. Where did I do with the stamp set? Bring my chive. Stamp back. And let's get that little petunia pop thing. Okay, so I got my stamps, and now I'm going to get my, did I not cut a petunia pop? Of course I did. Right here. I'm going to cut this in, or score it in half, 4 1/4. Don't cut, score. So we got that. Now on this one, so I'm going to do this one a little bit different. Again, I'm creating the background. I don't feel like we need a ton on these cards because these elements are just so awesome, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in the old olive. So what I did on this one. And I'm only going to ink up kind of this top area here. And I think I just went straight down on the paper. Yeah. So I'm going to actually stamp 3 of these chives and kind of make it, I'm just eyeballing it. There's no like measurement or perfection here. We're just eyeballing it. So we got 3 of those. Again, your eye sees balance in sets of 3. So we're creating the balance, keeping it going. And then we're going to take our petunia pop back over here with our little chive kind of bloom and adding that to each one. And we have that, okay? And then from the kit, there's this really nice larger kind of label. And we're gonna take it from this because we already did. You like B, Cassie? Ginger likes B, Becky likes B, Carol likes B. I do too. so much prettier, right? It's just fancier or something. I don't know. Well, looky there. That's what you get for not measuring it. But I'm just going to go down here and have that just kind of peeking out above the top. And I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. So you may want to bring it up a little bit when you go to do your cards. Learn from my mistakes. And then you're going to glue that down in the middle with maybe an 1/8 or a 16th, probably an 1/8. It's more like it. But it's so pretty with that. Kind of looks like a flower pot kind of coming out. Do you guys like that? And then we're taking this other bubble bath label. So there's 2 different types of labels in here. There's that diagonal one. Can you see it? Let me punch it out. So you've got this diagonal one, and then you've got this like tags. And the tags are exactly the same of what's in the kit. You have the dies here. You've got the large one. You've got a small one. So we're going to use the large one here. And we're going to stamp with Petunia Pop. It says, "You're on my mind." Let's see where, here it is. Little table, too many things. Put this back over here. All right. And then we're going to pull out the Grow with Love stamp set. And You're on My Mind is here. And we're just going to mount that on the block. And we're going to use Petunia Pop again. And again, you want to make sure you don't go down too hard on the stamp or on the ink pad. You're on my mind. Isn't that pretty? And then we are going to use this fancy borders. I had to. Again, you guys don't want to miss this on March 6th. It's amazing. There's this cute little stamp. Look at that. Dot, 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 heart, dot, dot, dot. And it kind of is in like an arched kind of arrangement. So we're going to use it just because we can. And we are going to use this in, we're going to do Lost Lagoon this time. I did it in Old Olive the first time. And we're just going to put that right over top. How cute is that? It's the fine details that make the difference. And there you go. Okay, so we have that. And now we're going to go back to our die cuts and we're going to pull out, there was one sheet that I was working from. That's kind of the way I've done this. So I pulled out this one, which was the mint, right? This is the basil. This is the thyme, T-H-Y-M-E, right? And then this is the rosemary. Okay. So what I did on my card, first I went ahead and added, let's do this one down first. I'm kind of covering up that little bit. That's okay. So we're going to glue this down first. So I glued this down flat. Kind of covers up that one that I almost completely stuck down in. I'm going to also glue some there so it stays stuck down. And then I'm going to lay this over here kind of in the middle. And I want to use my rosemary, kind of pop that up because I want to be able to see all of my chives in the background, right? So I'm going to use the edges of my dimensional packs. And I'm going to grab one more. Make sure it stays nice and popped up. So again, $45 order with me this week before Sunday will get you this card class for free. And you will get all the elements except for what is in this kit. You need to subscribe to Paper Pumpkin and then get the refill kit, and you get all the elements here included except for the stamp set. You have to be a subscriber on the month that before it comes out. So you will get both stamp sets in the March anniversary kit. So make sure you do that. Okay, so I went ahead and exposed all of those dimensionals. So let me go ahead and just add my little linen thread, same way that I did the other one, straighten it out. And then I never measure this. Hi Maggie, how are you? I sent your kit yesterday for March the 1st. My free card class to you guys. All right. Can't wait to see you. It's going to be virtual. I don't know if you remember. I promised it back in January and it is on its way to you. All right, so I'm going to lay that down and then I'm going to just hold that. Where is the end? Just enough to hold this. That and that. There we go. Okay. Oh, that looks so fun, doesn't it? Now it's actually, oh, okay. I thought maybe I heard a ding and I was like, oh goodness, did I lose connection? It's actually doing really well. Let's not talk about it. Let's not talk about it. We don't want to jinx it. Okay, so there we go. And then I need to dimensional, sticking to me. Need to dimensional this right there. And I need some more dimensionals. Do you see how I go through like 100 packs? It's not very hard. There we go. There we go. Keep going. Use all these up. And what the heck, I'm going to add another one right there. So we're good. Now, we're going to add this down over top of the bottom of that basil. Kind of more in the middle. You're on my mind. I love this card. And then this one, I'm going to actually glue that one flat on the edge. Okay. And I'm going to get that kind of snuggled up under there, under that rosemary. Isn't that pretty? Okay. And then bring our dots back in. And I'm going to do actually 5 on this one because I can, right? Here's a very large one. I'll go up here. Let's see, where do I want them? How do you decide where to put the dots? There's 3. Let's get a couple other ones. There's 4. And there's 5. How do you like that? You guys like that? Thank you, Becky. So it just gives a little something something with this kind of hanging out the top. And you can see on this one I kind of went off to the left. And actually the truth is you can't see it, but I stamped all along the bottom and I was like, oh, that's hideous. All right, so let me cover it up. And so then I did 3 other dots there on the side. You'd never know that, but I love this one. I hope you guys do too. So there's card number 3. And then, oh, y'all are gonna love this card. Love, love, love. So this card is a fun fold and it's fancy. It's fancy. Here is me using the dies from the add-on. Isn't that pretty? To a wonderful friend, cut up some of that card base that has the bronze in it, and then I added some of these elements here to go ahead and carry out that theme, and then it opens up this way. Isn't that a cool card? Look how it stands up. Isn't that so fun? So let me show you how I did it. It's very, very simple. You just need a couple of score marks, and I use some retired. This is it's actually rose gold. Me too, Ginger. I love this kit. And I love these add-on dies too, because I kept this. This is what it cut out, was this heart, and then you get this other heart. Look at that. So you get 2 hearts out of that. So I just thought that was awesome. So it cuts the scalloped heart, and then it also cuts the other one. So we are going to run that through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And get this out here. And then okay. Jiggling the table, I'm sorry. So there you go. You've got the other heart and this beautiful scalloped heart there. Isn't that pretty? Okay. So there's that. I'll put this away for a minute. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your, I don't know if this is big enough. You are going to take your old olive, and it's just 4 1/4 by 11, super simple, right? And then you are going to score it on the long side, which means the long side is up, okay? So along the long side, along the short side, okay? So on the long side, you're going to score it at 1 3/8. All right. You're going to score it at 4 1/8. Nope, I missed one. Hang on a minute. 2 3/4. 2 3/4. And then 4 1/8. And then at the typical 5 1/2. And those should be pretty evenly spaced. Yeah, looks pretty good to me. And then this piece, you will have it, it'll be scored in half for you, okay? All right, so I'll put this off to the side. So you are going to use your bone folder. We're going to do this, accordion it back towards you. And then it goes back this way. And then it goes back that way. They should all pretty well line up, okay? All right, and then what you're going to do is put this off to the side for a moment. You're going to take one of these beautiful, where's the one I used? This is a card base, and so what I did is I took it, these should be 2 inches, no, sorry, I lied. It's actually 1 3/8, so you want to do it at 1 1/4, right? So you want to cut this. Now here's the fold of the card, now here's the fold, right? I cut the whole thing 1 1/4 inches because you've got the pieces. You need 2 of them. So you're going to then do it at 4 1/4, right? No, 4 1/8. Let me see. I think I just did it. I think I did 8ths on this one. Yeah, 4 1/8. Some people don't like 8ths. You don't have to do 8ths. So I'm doing it 4 1/8 from each side because I don't want that score mark, right? So 4 1/8 here. You can see how this kit just goes and goes and goes and keeps on going. And you are able to maximize all the elements of this awesome kit so wonderfully. And then you're just going to glue that down. All right. So there's that. And then you're going to add it to this layer because you're going to be able to see it even though that piece is covering the middle component of the card, you still can see this. And the bronze color, yeah, like the bronzy color, man, it just pops in that light. It's really pretty. Picks up that sparkle, which I love some sparkle. Okay. And then what we're going to do is take this piece. Again, we're going to just burnish that really well. I have a piece of Very Vanilla that I'm going to go ahead and glue down. Make sure I cut it the right size. I did. Very Vanilla really coordinates with this basic beige really well, which is what the card base is. Okay. It's one of the coordinating colors in the kit. So here you go. And just lay that on the inside. Get it leveled up. Did an 1/8 of an inch on all of it here. It's really pretty. Doesn't that look nice? All right, and then, so then I took a another card base, this one with all these herbs on it, and where was it? So I just went ahead and cut this at, let me see, I can't remember how, I think it was 3 inches, 3 1/8 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 5/8. 3 1/8 by 4 5/8. So 3 1/8 chops off that heart. Right here's the score, right? You see where I'm doing the front of that card? By 4 and what did I say? 5/8 or 3/8? You guys, I'm terrible with math. Oh my goodness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/8. 4 5/8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bingo. 4 5/8. Okay, now I have my piece. Let me get this out of the way. Now I want to lay this out. Again, it's got an 1/8 of an inch border. Now it opens backwards, what you normally would think, right? So it goes this way. Here you go. And before I do that, you take your basic beige, which I will send to you, your ribbon, and you want to wrap it around. And then lay it down. You probably want to do that before you actually glue it like I did. Again, learn from me. Okay, I'm just getting it positioned where I want it. And I made sure to pull out enough that I could tie it. And so I'm just going to tie that right in place. Isn't that pretty? Now I have a bit much, but it's okay. I'd rather have too much than not enough, especially when you've already glued it down, right? So let's pull that out. Oops, I grabbed the wrong piece. And make that bow the right way. straighten it out. And I always do that before I cut it off. Okay, that's fine. Good enough for me. All right, so I'm going to cut it off and match the tails on there. And then I'm going to add our beautiful heart. You guys like this? Is this fun? Like I said, I have never done a paper pumpkin alternative on a live. Never. It obviously is taking longer. I hope you guys are enjoying it and giving you some inspiration here. And I'm just going to stick this underneath that ribbon and give it a minute to stick down. Okay. All right. And then what we have is, I don't know what happened there. Got some glue on that. Okay. So this is how our card is going to lay. I think that's really pretty. So I'm going to add my adhesive here. Right where I know my card is going to be. And lay it down. Okay. Make sure it gets on there straight. And then, same thing on this side. You flip it open. Got some glue there. And you're just going to do a little bit of glue here where you know it's going to have contact. And there, it's essentially closed, so you know it's going to lay flat. Okay, so there you go. I love this fun fold. This is such an awesome fun fold. And then what you're going to do, I'm just going to probably throw this scrap away. I don't think I need it. Kind of. Okay, so then I'm going to take some of the vanilla. I think I might need to get another sheet. I'm going to get a vanilla cardstock. And I am going to take my lemon lime twist and my old olive. And I'm going to take the basil. And we are going to stamp that in lemon lime twist. And then we're going to take our, there's our dauber and old olive, and kind of go up the centers of all of this plant. Give it a huff. And here we go. Isn't that pretty? Now, if you want to add a little bit more kind of like old olive there, you can just kind of dab it onto the paper. It's fine. Oopsies. And then we're going to die cut it real quick and add our sentiment. And we're going to do this little sentiment. I did it in Mossy Meadow. And we're actually just going to banner this just because it's easier than, quicker than die cutting. And I'm going to leave this part flat so that it hangs off the side there. Okay, just cut that flush. And then let's go ahead and die cut this basil out. And we should be golden. Where are my dies? I got them over here. I've got a hot mess on my table. It's all good. There's my basil. And it doesn't cut out the word basil. Oh, that's the wrong one. Just a minute. It doesn't cut out the word basil. It just cuts the plant out, which I thought was really cool too. Okay, so here you go. And let me bring my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine back. And we will run that through very easily. So yeah, I hope these cards are inspiring. Again, they do take a little bit longer because you're going between multiple, you know, stamp sets and the kit and seeing where everything is. And but again, that's like the fun of it, right? It's like so cool to integrate all of these aspects into your cards. So that's what I love. Okay, put that away. And then I'm going to take this and I am going to pop this up on dimensionals, I think. See, what did I do with them? I lose them every time I put them down. I know I was at the end of that pack, so let's just get another pack out. That solves that problem, y'all. And I am putting a few more on here than what I normally would because it's going over this ribbon and I don't want it to not stick. So I'm just kind of giving it full coverage.
Mama.
All right. So let's put it down there. And then we are going to add this onto the edge. Now I need to add some dimensionals over here too to cover for that basil. And I need to kind of add some glue there where I saw that it hits. Is that not the coolest? I might need another dimensional up here too. Let's see. Right there. Perfect. And there we go. Let's see. Where's my bling? So fun. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I'm going to put this on here. These just really, really pop on this really pretty green. There's 3, 4, and let's get another 5th one there. So there's our card. Hope that you have enjoyed this one. Now, I did not do the little for you that I did here that was in Lemon Lime Twist. You can definitely do that, and the die is in the die set to go ahead and cut both of those out in the Paper Pumpkin kit and the actual Grow with Love stamp set. So there you go. Such a fun card, right? Don't you love it? And you will go ahead and get the ribbon from me as well. So which one do you guys like the best? Again, let me move all these out of the way. Here's number 3. Make sure it's in the light you can see it. There's 3. Here's number 2. And here is card number 1. Which one do you love the best? This is Lost Lagoon, Bubble Bath, Petunia Pop, and this is Old Olive with Mossy Meadow. So let me know in the comments which one that you love. Which one are you going to recreate? I hope this has been inspiring, and also want to show you this is our cookie. This in person as well as to go. It's important to me to include everyone, so everyone's going to be able to join. You love number 2, Cassie and Becky. Love them all, but I really like number 4. I love it. That is awesome. Well, thank you so much, you guys, for joining me live. It did take a little longer than normal, but I hope that you've did I say bubblegum? Bubble bath. And I'm so glad that you were able to join me live. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notification on YouTube. Share me out to all your friends and family who you think would also love this. And I look forward to sending you these card class here this week for free. With all $45 orders, $50 order, you get a free gift from me, and then $60 order until the last day in February, you can choose your Sale-a-Bration items. Don't forget. So I appreciate you coming live. Thank you all for your support. I love you all.